evening and welcome to Sears Center Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois for the 2015 Secret U.S. Classic Senior Elite Competition.
The U.S. Classic
Will
2015
feature some of the best senior gymnasts in the country.
senior division.
Inside
the junior division,
as well as
Lori
the
Hernandez winning the all-around
U.S. Classic all-around title.
And this is a
please
qualifier
join me
meet
in
for the
welcoming
national
the
championships
gymnasts.
that come after this. For the gymnasts coming up, we see there we have some amazing athletes here.
Participating on balance beam. Ashton Locklear of Everest Gymnastics.
Ashton Locklear was part of that gold medal winning team at the
Bailey
World
Key
Championships last year. There's
Madison
Bailey
Koshin of Woga. Simone Biles of World Champions.
Simone Biles has a huge roar for her. Two-time world all-around champion, won the American Cup as well this year. So almost everybody from that world team is in this rotation.
Starting
Ashton,
competition on vault.
Michaela, Simone, Alyssa, Madison.
For Gymnastics, Kyla Ross.
And there's the last one. There's Kyla
Twin
Ross.
City Twisters, Maggie Nichols. Also, please welcome for Parkettes, Taylor Lawson.
Taylor Lawson.
For Breastkins, Alexandra Raceman.
Allie Raceman is back.
Lexi Ramler.
Lexi Ramler, there's a relatively new face in the senior division. This is her first national senior competition that has a huge bar routine planned.
And starting out on an even bars for Great American Gymnastics, Sabrina Vega.
Sabrina Vega, first competition since the 2012 Olympic trials. Gabby Douglas is back as well.
For Great American, Brenna Dowell.
Brenna Dowell had a fantastic year doing college gymnastics, and she's back at elite now. Polina Senakova also returning to the gymnastics scene.
And for All Olympia, Kylie Dixon.
Kylie Dixon actually trained at All Olympia, where Michaela Maroney was training.
These are the gymnasts that have qualified for the 2015 Secret U.S. Classic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats. Here to lead us in the singing of our national anthem from Glen Allen, Vince McPherson. Vince McPherson. Gymnasts will now prepare for their first event in the 2015 Secret U.S. Classic.
There are actually more junior athletes than there are senior athletes here. Now, you must remember that the athletes that were at that World Championship team are automatically qualified to the U.S. Nationals. But it is always nice to have some more competitions under your belt. And the Classic is a great place to do that.
Gymnasts may now begin the warm-up for the first rotation of the Secret U.S. Classic.
So beginning the first rotation. So there are 4 apparatus here for the women. The vault, shortest routine of the 4. Sprint down the runway. Have your entree onto the vaulting table, your pre-flight. Then perform your salto. After blocking off the vaulting table, hopefully you get a good strong block. There's the uneven bars, the 2 wooden dowels. There's a high bar and a low bar. Or you must, as you saw there, that's run a dowel. You must perform releases both on 1 bar and from high bar to low bar and low bar to high bar, as well as performing a non-flight element with a minimum of full twist and then wind up for a huge dismount like that. And the uneven bars is an event where the USA is usually a little bit weak. But that right there, you see Polina Shenikova, who is not at all weak on the uneven bars, and is definitely one of our best. So she should have a bit of...
2015 Secret U.S. Classic. The video review panel, Cheryl Hamilton and Tammy Biggs. The technical director tonight, Cheryl Hamilton.
An advantage having bars being one of her best events. So if we need someone on bars, she's one to go to.
On uneven bars, Jenny Rowland, Pat Panichas, Judy Schalk, and Chelsea Memel. On balance beam, Christy Phillips Bannister,
You heard Anna Lee and Chelsea Memel, both familiar names in gymnastics.
Sylvia Brestian, Sharon Weber, Maria Di Cristoforo, and Shari Mann.
So there's 20 competitors in the senior division.
As the official hotel partner of USA Gymnastics, Hilton wants you to get out and play. Save up to 15% on your next adventure at participating hotels and resorts within the Hilton portfolio by booking through hhonors.com/USAGym. Wherever play takes you, Hilton will be waiting with open doors.
So most of the gymnasts will actually not be competing all around today. Most are just getting back into the swing of competition. It's pretty early in the season. You know, we had the American Cup that Michaela Skinner and Simone Biles went to, which are both here, and they placed 1-2. Simone winning and Michaela second behind her. And the question here always seems to be for Simone in competitions when she comes out, the question is usually...
Of the athlete introductions, and starting tonight's contest on balance beam, we'd like to recognize Legacy Elite's Nia Dennis. Nia Dennis of Legacy Elite.
Oh yes, and Nia Dennis. We cannot count her out. She has so many big skills coming. This is her first year as a senior. So, you know, the question usually is not if Simone is going to win, but by how much.
This concludes the warm-up period, and competition will now begin with rotation 1. Now on balance beam for Legacy Elite, Nia Dennis. Now on balance beam for Everest, Ashton Locklear.
You see Ashton Locklear, the balance beam. The uneven bars and balance beam are her two best events. Now, she's just competing exhibition here. She's automatically in the U.S. Nationals because she was part of the world team. Actually, 4th place, I believe, on the uneven bars. In the finals at the World Championships just last year. So she's only competing exhibition to show where she's at here, but she's very good on the balance beam and even better on uneven bars, where we'll see her later. Floating through this routine very well. You know, she's so graceful, but has just the right amount of power to balance it out.
For Twin City Twisters, Maggie Nichols.
And the leap, though, those leaps were a little bit underdone. Actually, I think bent her knee in the second leap. And only does a round-up layout to finish.
And that was Ashton Locklear of Everest on balance
But
beam.
when she was on the beam, she did not wobble once. Not even once. But the score will still be a 0 because, like we said, she's not getting scored. Gabrielle Douglas on the uneven bars, and she is now at Buckeye in Ohio. Not with Chow anymore, with Lang Chow. Beautiful in bar full, hits that pirouette right in the handstand. Look at that. Pike catch-up right down to pack salto. Hitting this routine very well so far. Look at that low bar work there. Beautiful endo half. It's a new skill for her going up to the high bar. It performs it very nicely. I think she'll probably be looking to connect something out of that. Double layout to finish. Just a little pace on that landing. Great routine for Douglas to start out. And she's one of the few that will be competing all around. Now we go to the balance beam. This is Nia Dennis.
Now on balance beam for Legacy Elite, Nia Dennis.